I'm not a happy camper right now. So I'm currently working on contacting, I have horrible lighting. I'm currently working on contacting a whistleblower law firm. And I'm gonna read to you what the email says that I'm sending. Alright, this is what my email says.
I am running out of resources to exhaust in seeking help. There are 2 fraud cases. I reported corporate fraud of a company named Altus Optimum USA to the SEC, as well as 2 state attorney generals and the Department of Labor. It also appears someone has been illegally taking funds from my unemployment account, and I am very concerned about foul play on both of these cases, especially due to the ongoing misconduct of our elected officials. I have been having extreme difficulty in getting the assistance I need in getting assistance with this matter. I am a low-income person, and the things that are being done by this government are causing me severe economic hardship, along with having my bank accounts frozen and financial losses going unaddressed, and I believe this has become a civil rights matter. In my inability to get the help I need, I have been seeking out my own means to find reparations, since it appears the courts have been nullified by actions of the United States Congress in defunding the agencies which enforce the law. Their failure to fund these agencies has resulted in the laws of the United States not being enforced. I had been working at the Department of Labor through the pandemic temporarily, and the department did not seem very concerned in addressing cases where funding was being withheld from hundreds of people in my state. There has been issues with various departments, and so justice is denied. Whistleblowers from the SEC are saying cases there are also being ignored and thrown out with no cause. I have compiled statistical data on this. I wrote a report. I feel I have reason to believe members of the government have been fraudulently stealing tax money, as well as have engaged in the systematic dismantlement of our governmental body in order to get away with crimes such as fraud and workers' rights violations by dismantling our agencies. I spoke with a man on the phone who had to pursue legalities with the Department of Social Security, where he received threats and intimidation when attempting to pursue a case where he was trying to get moved out of a mold-infested apartment. I believe the United States Congress deliberately and knowingly dismantled these agencies in order to get away with financial crimes. What I saw when I was doing my investigation to make my report on the state of the backlogs post-pandemic is that it has created a situation where the courts are getting extraordinarily backed up with case upon case from claimants whose issues were not resolved in attempts to file cases, because agencies are leaving cases in backlog or simply dismissing cases without investigation and no reasoning. I feel what I also witnessed in this investigation, that it is disproportionately affecting women, disabled persons, the elderly, and marginalized communities. I contacted the director of the FCC regarding my SEC case because the government's inability to address cases in a timely manner was going to result in the records requirements of the global internet company Altus to no longer require being held under legal records requirements, and it means the company, which has an international fraud investigation, goes ignored and unresolved for the United States. Which, if Altus Optimum USA has been committing financial crimes in the United States or affecting United States citizens, it has been ignored and unaddressed. There will be no justice, it will not be resolved. I am also a victim of malpractice and am attempting to file suit based on a situation where I believe a pharmaceutical company was bribing a medical provider when I was a juvenile. I am unable to pursue this because of what I feel is systematic oppression being caused by deliberate endeavors from our political offices to strip women of means to economic freedom. In this case, there is no justice. I almost lost my life. The additional financial burdens, debt, damage to my credit score, etc., which has been caused to me by actions of political actors in our public offices, make it almost impossible for me to even try to pursue damages from that, while also trying to fix all the recent financial harm that has been done. I feel that what has been happening on the political stage here in the United States in the past 4 years can only be defined as political violence from our politicians towards the civilian populace. I feel the rhetoric of our politicians has contributed to job loss for me as a female in the United States, as well as a female in the trades. I am now stuck living with my uncle at the age of 36, unable to provide for myself. My family is not rich. We cannot afford ongoing financial burdens resulting from misconduct and criminal activities of our political offices. I would like to report these matters further to the FBI for a fair investigation, but I also do not feel I have reason to believe it will be effective to do so as a result of what I am seeing take place in our public offices. There has been repeated acts of terror such as bomb threats, acts of violence, meddling in the election. Women are losing their lives due to medical malpractice in hospitals. Yet another reflection of criminal intent from our elected officials, and due to all of this as well as concerns of the population regarding foreign interference. I am very concerned that any cases I file with the FBI will not be investigated or will be managed with ill intent by this public office, as it is the FBI that is supposed to prevent all of these problems from happening, such as acts of terrorism, fraud, etc. It does not appear to me that the FBI has been operating with genuine or positive intent. I am concerned that it is very likely that the FBI is allowing all of this to happen and is in some way orchestrating it. I am now stuck in this town with a person I hardly know, with no public transportation, unable to get access to food resources and employment resources now that my vehicle has been run into the ground, without any means of providing the servicing I need to be able to do because our politicians emboldened racists and misogynists, looted the women through our agencies, and dismantled the system of law. I have just been getting more and more financially drained by this whole process and trying to deal with issues like frozen bank accounts while getting repeatedly hazed out of jobs because businesses have come to the realization that there is no enforcement of the law. I would really like to see to it that this gets addressed, and I'm not sure of the appropriate avenues, but I feel I am being robbed by an organized criminal organization engaging in racketeering in our government, and I want the bank account that was stealing funds from my account with the Department of Labor criminally investigated and not investigated by the Department of Labor, and I am being told the FBI is the only place to get that done. I think the FBI itself needs investigated for participating in racketeering and acts of corruption.
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm gonna send to these guys. I don't even know how to explain all that. I'm really frustrated. Anyways, I live out in the middle of freaking nowhere, and my vehicle is broke down. My transmission blew right when I was about to try and hustle a bunch of jobs. So this is really inconvenient timing, and I am broke as hell because I've been just fighting this constant uphill battle trying to deal with all this crap that's been going on that I should not be having to deal with. I'm pretty frustrated. But I live in the middle of nowhere, and I need my vehicle. I need my vehicle to be able to get money. There ain't shit going on here. I have to commute. And without that, without the ability to work, like, my utilities get shut off. And Waffles disappears from here. So, I'm doing whatever I can. That's where I'm at. I'm so furious I can't even see straight right now. So I'm contacting this whistleblower organization, and this is what I'm sending them. I'm gonna go now. Oh, one last thing. So my GoFundMe for my car, try to get me back on the road so I can get back to work and just like try to keep moving forward in the middle of all this. That is in my Linktree, which is in my bio. So you click on my bio, it takes you to my Linktree, and then it says, donate to stranded in a small town, repair my car, restore hope or something. It like cuts it off right there. And that'll take you to my GoFundMe. I don't have my vehicle. It's not here. It's at the shop. They just got done with a diagnostic. I put pictures of part of the diagnostic because it would only let me do part of it. It wouldn't like a full-size photo on GoFundMe. It like shrinks it where it's only like that much, and there's not much of an ability to really control. Like I can make it bigger, but I can't really fit that in frame and have it be legible. So yeah, my transmission is leaking, and I gotta get the solenoid block replaced and a valve or something, like some part to my gas. It's all there on the GoFundMe. I'm gonna go.